Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 325 of our Be a Better You annual challenge, and also day 21 of our No Nonsense November challenge. Now, since I keep forgetting, I'm going to do this first today. I pull a card from a deck of cards that I have. I have all different kinds of cards that go along with different types of books and different type of modalities. And for this month's challenge, I said, I'm going to pull a card from the Getting Into the Vortex deck by Esther and Jerry Hicks and the Teachings of Abraham. And today's says, I need a magnifying glass. I always need a magnifying glass. Billions of us are living in perfect adversity. Billions of us are coexisting on the planet and creating what we want in our lives in pretty much perfect harmony, right? Let's not call it perfect harmony. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in the world. Let's say perfect diversity, meaning is the balance of what is supposed to be in the world right now, whether we agree with it or not, right? For some reason, everything that happens for a reason. And so for some reason, the world needs all the turmoil and drama that we've been going through lately. And I mean, not this year, but previously. And then our saying today, and I'm going to share this one because it keeps popping up. On your daily journey, listen to those inner signals that help you make the right choice, no matter what anybody else thinks. Remember, we're the only one living our life. Nobody's living our life for us. Nobody is, making decisions and choices unless you've let them, of course, and given away your personal power. So I'll just stick with that one today. There's another one on the other side. I guess I'll share it. Attracting prosperity is just like attracting anything else in your life. It involves not being attached to it and not giving it power over your life in any way whatsoever. So that is just another reminder that we need to pay attention to what we're thinking about and what our thoughts are. And if you don't know, look at your results, and then go backwards and look at, okay, well, what thoughts and beliefs have led me to get this particular result in this area or aspect of my life. So I actually shared them today. Today we are talking about, and our topic is recommitting to our goal. Now, I'm assuming you set a goal or an intention at the beginning of this challenge, and I don't know that I specifically told you to do that, so you might not have. But during the ideas process, for sure, we were looking at something. So you can continue that work. But the tool I want to share today to help you with that, the fact that at day 21, I even have to say, hey, we need to recommit to our goal, is because I know that happens to me. I'm in a 21-day challenge with some amazing human beings and amazing people. It's a manifesting challenge. And it's interesting how almost every day after the first few days, somebody has experienced a struggle or pushback, because that's our subconscious mind trying to keep us safe and says, oh no, you can't do these exercises. You can't try this. You can't think about this because it will cause you to want to change and take action and do different things. And we need to keep you here in this little bubble of safety where we know nothing bad is going to happen to you, or whatever. So how I go about reconnecting almost every time when I catch myself drifting, because I'm human, I'm like everybody else. I think it was on about day 16, maybe 17, where I started to just get bombarded with those kind of messages and stop. And that was a day that I didn't do the exercise full out and the action item for that particular challenge. And so I know exactly where it happened. And then I did it for a couple more days, just kind of half-heartedly did things, but didn't actually go deep inside myself and answer the questions and do the things. So this weekend, that's what I'm doing. The challenge ends today, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to review probably whatever day it is. I know exactly which day it is. I can see on my worksheets for the challenge. And I'm going to go back to there, start right there where I did left off. I had to do that with the Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting book from Lynn Grabhorn. It was a workbook. It took me like 2 years to get through that bugger because I wouldn't let myself move on until I did each exercise in order. And some of them, they're not hard, but they're difficult and challenging in that they cause us to actually really take a look at ourselves and be 100% brutally honest with where we're at and what we're thinking, and then not beat ourselves up because we've been thinking it so long, but just figuring out, well, okay, thank you very much. I can let you go now. Let's move on. So the tool I use to get me back on track and reconnect and focus, I either take some kind of action toward the goal, or, which I do a little bit every day, or I go back to the 7Y exercise. This is an exercise I credit Dean Graciosi with teaching me. January of 2020, I had COVID. I was still sick when I was listening to this. And he had just a YouTube video up about this whole 7 why concept. And I've used the questioning for my entire life. We all do. But I used the 5 why exercise. And I don't remember who I learned that from. Some smart personal development guru guy or gal. I can't remember who it was now, because I do remember Dean Graciosi. It's only a few years ago. Anyway, Dean said, I was in my, 6-figure mastermind group that he belonged to, and somebody shared this 7 why. And there's something, I don't know, almost magical about those last 2 whys. Help you to go deeper and actually figure out the root cause, or the reason, the belief, the thought that you're having that is holding you back. And that's what we're really after in all these personal development tools that we use and practice, is to get to know ourselves better, because we are our own continuous improvement project, right? It's our job to create the life we want. Nobody's going to do it for us, but that really involves us doing it intentionally. And intentionally means we have to do and use tools like the 7 why exercise. So all we have to do is say, well, why am I struggling with, or why am I questioning? Why is it necessary for me to recommit to my goal? Well, because I skipped some of the exercises and I want to go back and do those in the challenge, so I get the benefit out of the challenge that was promised in the first place, right? If I only half-heartedly put myself into the challenge, what am I going to get? Half-hearted, half-assed results. And that's not what I want, especially with this challenge. So today, my challenge for you is to commit to and apply the 7 why exercise to your goal. Why do you want it? Because why? Because if you know your why, that will motivate and drive you. Remember, motivation comes from within us. There's a lot of different theories on this, but I 100% know personally and professionally, motivation is internally driven. You can give people all kinds of prizes and rewards, and that will help them in the short time. And maybe in that short time, they form a habit, and the habit becomes the behavior they want. But for the most part, motivation for anything, doing anything we want, going after any big goal, it's hard, right? If it was easy, everybody on the planet would already be doing it and already have it. But the few that are called to go after what they want know exactly what I'm talking about. There are going to be days where you wake up and you're like, I freaking don't even want to work on this. I don't even want to think about this, much less work on this. So maybe you just need a little rest and a reset. But I always tap into my 7 whys, or my why am I doing this, to remind me when I'm ready to get started again. And I never allow myself to go longer than a day, stalled out on anything. I've just learned that the faster I get back into motion and the faster I take an action toward that goal, it re-energizes me and gets me excited about it again. All right, that's all I've got today. If I can help in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow for day 22 of No Nonsense November, and day 326 of our Be a Better You Annual Challenge. So we're doing one thing every day this year to be a better human, be a better version of ourselves. All right, bye.